everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today is Monday, January 13th, and I'm having my first week back at university this week, so I thought I would take you along with me for that. As I said, today is Monday and it's actually already 1 p.m. so I'm definitely having a bit of a late start to the day today, but I didn't want to let that stop me from, still being productive and getting things done. I made myself a matcha and I'm hoping that'll give me a little bit of energy to do the things that I have planned for today. I do have an evening class today, so I'm starting at 6 p.m, which I really don't like. Honestly, my schedule this semester is great if you like evening classes, which is not really the case for me. I much prefer having classes early on in the day, and then I feel like I still have my entire day ahead of me, which you might think, having evening classes, you still have the entire day to yourself, but for some reason, I just feel like I can't get anything done until I have class, and obviously that is a little bit paralyzing when I have a lot of things on my to-do list. I also am just like the type of person who likes to go to bed early, so I don't know how exactly it's gonna be having class in the evening, but I'm gonna give it a try and just go through my schedule this week, and then you can obviously still change it and adjust it. I know that for sure I want to drop one of my classes this semester, so instead of taking 5, I would take 4. In case you're new here, or if you don't already know, I currently am in my second year at university studying film production, so a lot of my classes have to do with obviously filmmaking or watching and analyzing movies in some way. And this semester we actually have our big winter projects, so 4 films got selected to be directed and we have to work on a minimum of 3 of them. So it's definitely going to be a busy semester because I'm going to be, spending my weekends on sets and helping out with that, which is going to be an extra time commitment. So that's why I want to make sure I can have the energy and the time to properly work on those projects, and which is why I want to cut back on taking 4 classes instead of 5. All this to say, this week is kind of like my trial run. I'm going to go to each of my classes and see what they're like, and then I'm probably going to be dropping one just so that, again, I don't have too big of a workload for this semester. As for right now, I obviously still want to try to be productive this afternoon, so I have some editing I need to get to, and then I also want to take some time to plan out my semester using Notion, and then also set up my new planner that I just got. That is my update. That is the plan for now. I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. It is already getting dark outside, which is a little bit upsetting, especially given the fact that I haven't even gone to class yet. I don't know, I really don't know how I'm gonna get myself motivated for this class, but anyways, I wanted to quickly check in. As you saw, I've just been on my computer updating my Google Calendar, my Notion. I also updated my physical planner as well, and I know it might seem a little bit excessive to have all 3 of those systems going at once, but I just feel like this is the best system for me to be productive and actually stay on track of everything. Essentially, I use Google Calendar for scheduling, so this is where I'll put all of my class times, and then I also put my deadlines in there, but it's more so for me to see how I'm gonna time block my week, how I can balance, school with everything else I have going on in my life, whereas Notion is really where I'll track my assignments, and I have my big database on there where I have all of my deadlines, and I can also set reminders on there, which has been really helpful. And then I also still like to keep a physical agenda for when I want to write things by hand, maybe write out to-do list or take notes during meetings and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, that is the system that I use. I know it might seem like a lot, but I just feel like it's the best way for me to stay organized and on track of everything. Right now, I thought I would take some time to set some goals for the winter 2025 term. I did this at the start of the fall term as well, and I feel like it's just helpful to go into a new semester with some objectives and some goals for yourself, especially going into the winter term. It's also an opportunity to reflect on how last semester went and how I can improve. So I separated this into academic and personal goals. My main goal for the winter semester that is at the top of my list is to submit my assignments early. This was a big struggle for me last semester, and it's not even that I was submitting things late, it's just that I was submitting assignments literally 30 seconds before the Dropbox closed, and it was just so stressful. I was crouching in front of my computer 15 minutes before the deadline, making sure everything was formatted properly, and I don't want to repeat that this semester. I'm gonna schedule reminders a week before things are due, so that way if for some reason I forget about a deadline that I have coming up, I can have that notification that will pop up to remind me, because again, I do not want to be handing things in at the last minute. Another goal of mine is to go to the library at least once a week, and I actually started implementing this, I'd say like at the end of last semester when things started picking up and I had like a lot of deadlines that were kind of accumulating. Basically, like in the last few weeks of the semester, every single Tuesday after my morning class, I would go to the library and work for a few hours before going to Pilates, and I found that that was such a good routine for me. It was a great way for me to balance everything because I just had that like set schedule and routine, and I knew that I was going to Pilates after, so like might as well fill in that break between the two with some time at the library. Another goal of mine is to schedule time for my online class. Essentially this semester, just like last semester, I'm enrolled in an asynchronous course where you can watch the lectures pretty much whenever. You do have deadlines for like assignments and forum posts and all of that, but in terms of actually watching the lecture, you can really do that whenever you want. And last semester I didn't really have a structure for this class. I was just kind of watching the lectures whenever I had time to, but I want to try this semester to schedule some time out of my week where I'm treating it really like if it was like a set class time. Now moving on to my personal goals. At the top of my list, I want to continue planning weekly workouts. I feel like this just helps me maintain balance in my week and gives me a sense of routine, so I want to make that a priority. I also want to continue like having a designated reset day for the week. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be Sundays, to be honest, because this semester, as I mentioned, we have like film shoots over the weekend, so weekends are probably going to be a little bit hectic for me, but I do have some days where I don't have any classes, so I just feel like having that set time for me to reset, declutter my environment, meal prep for the week, and do all those things is just super beneficial for me, so I want to make sure I'm incorporating that for the winter term as well. My next goal might seem a little bit silly, but as a film major, I feel like it's important to me, and that is to watch a minimum of one film outside of class per week. Ever since starting film school, obviously you watch a lot of movies when you're in class. That's a big part of the major, but I noticed that in my free time, I wasn't really making it a priority anymore, or if I was watching movies, it was like movies I'd seen before that I just wanted to rewatch to kind of like entertain myself. So I want to challenge myself to watch new movies, watch things outside of my comfort zone, and just make it more of a habit to continue watching movies outside of class so that I can continue to broaden my horizons and get inspired. So yeah, those are like my objectives for the winter semester. I will probably check back in with them as the semester progresses and as I continue to vlog this term. But yeah, right now, as you can see, the sun is setting. It's a little bit depressing. I do still have to get ready and leave for class soon because I want to get there early, but I will check back in with you guys and wish me luck for my evening class because I think I'll need it. Hello everyone, happy Tuesday. I am just getting my day started now. I'm having another late start to the day today. I don't know what's up with me lately. I've just been struggling to maintain my usual routine, and I can't even blame it on the fact that school has started because it's only been 2 days. So I feel like it's really just me that's lacking discipline, but I also don't have class today, which I forgot to mention, but that is an important detail. That's kind of why I feel like I don't have any reason to get out of bed this morning, so I kind of wasted my time a little bit, but I'm definitely going to work on, trying to structure my week where the days I don't have school, I still like maintain a routine and try to get out of the house, maybe go to the library, go to Pilates, or just try to maintain some balance so that I don't end up spending all those days just at home, like wasting my time. The main thing I want to get done is I want to film a sit-down video, so I'm probably going to do that first because I'm just going to do that while I have energy and while it's light out, whereas later on in the day I know I'm going to be more tired, so I'm going to do more of like the editing and the emailing I have to do then. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give an update on yesterday's class, which, like, I think I got one clip because I was just really shy. It's kind of a big classroom. It's actually more of an auditorium, really. So there's, like, people all around, and I didn't want to, like, whip out my camera. But I was definitely dreading it and not looking forward to the fact that it was an evening class. But it honestly went fine. I am interested in, like, the topic. It's called Intro to Producing, so it has to do with all of the more, like, logistic administrative aspects of filmmaking and everything that has to do with like financing, from fundraising to applying for grants and then managing a budget. I still don't know if I'm going to stay in that class, to be honest, even though like I am interested in learning more about producing. The time of the class is just so unfortunate, and also this is such a minor detail, but the teacher does not talk loud at all. Like at first I was sitting in the back of the class and then I had to move forward during the break because I literally could not hear a thing that was being said for like 2 hours. As I said, right now I'm gonna start getting to work on my to-do list and try to get those things done. I'm gonna start by filming a video and then move on to editing and that kind of stuff. But all right, let's get this day started. Happy Wednesday, everyone. We are halfway through the week, and for once I am actually up and going early today. It's currently 9:30 and I'm gonna head out soon to go to the library. So I'm gonna get work done in the morning, and then in the afternoon I have my filmmaking class from 1 to 5. So that way, hopefully by heading out of the house, I can be a little bit more productive this morning and actually get more things done. I made myself a matcha to go, packed my bag, I'm all ready, so I will see you at the library. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It is currently 9:30. I kind of let myself have a slow morning because I definitely think I needed it. For some reason yesterday when I got back home from school, I had this huge headache and I tried to just like push through. I thought maybe I'm just dehydrated, so I drank a bunch of water and then nothing was helping. So at around 9:30 I decided to call it a night and just go to bed early, and basically slept from like 10 to 8 in the morning. So I slept 10 hours, but I really needed that rest. I'm not sure if I'm starting to get a cold or something, but Anyways, I'm doing everything in my power to listen to my body and take it slow. Made myself some breakfast now, and also have this cup of lemon ginger tea, which for some reason is red. I'm not sure where the red tea is coming from, but anyways, it tastes good. Today is actually my biggest day in terms of classes. I have montage aesthetics, and then later this evening I have a class called, I think it's called Art Forms of Bollywood. So both honestly sound really interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I have another evening class today, but at least I'll already be at school in the afternoon, so I feel like that's a bit better, but we'll see. Also, all my teachers finally posted the course outlines and everything that we need to know for this semester, so I'm gonna go through those this morning and then just finish up filling out like my Notion, my calendar, and everything with the deadlines. Good morning everyone, and happy Friday. We are finally at the end of this week, and I honestly could not be more relieved. I think I am ready for this week to be over and to just chill and relax this weekend. Yesterday I had class in the afternoon and in the evening, and I didn't end up filming my second class because it was literally in the same classroom, like the same auditorium, which is definitely going to be very brutal if I do decide to stay in that class. Like having two classes back to back in the same room, I feel like is just not the best in terms of like motivation and staying engaged. But yeah, also for some reason I thought my class in the evening was 3 hours, but it's also 4 hours. So I was at school for 8 hours yesterday, which normally I can do, but the fact that it was the evening time, for some reason, like that is more difficult. Like I can do 8 hours of classes when it's like the morning and afternoon because at least I get to go home and unwind in the evening, but the fact that it was 4 hours back to back with like a 30-minute break in between in the same classroom, and then when I got home it was like 10:30, I was just a little bit exhausted to be honest. And then also I did take some cold medicine, which definitely helped me get through the day, but by the time I got home I just completely passed out. I crashed in my bed, went straight to sleep. I wish I was not feeling this way, but what can you do? I'm just gonna take this as a sign that I need to rest a little bit and take it slow. I have a lot of editing I want to get done today, so that's really going to be like my main priority, and I'm going to try to keep things interesting because I feel like literally every single day all I do is like sit at this dining room table and I work, but that is what I do on most days. That is the plan for now.